Pokemon Trainers Academy, Episode 15, Pokemon Passions. Here it is, Skull said as he opened the door to the school computer lab. The Ash Ketchum Pokemon Trainers Academy Computer Lab. The students took a gander upon the rows and rows of computers. There was something wrong with them. It's probably that they were old. Sorry if they're not up to date. We haven't replaced them in like 10 years, Skull added, as he and the students entered the lab. He went to one of the computers. Oh, look, it's the computer that used to be in my classroom. It never worked. That's why they moved it. I used to tell my students that they'd hear a crash and a scream. That would be me throwing this computer out the window. But enough of my reminiscing. Everyone find a seat at a computer, log in using your student account, and if you do some clicking around, you should be able to find a quiz called Pokemon Passions. When Amber logged into her computer, she found a single icon in the middle of the screen titled Pokemon Passions. She double-clicked the icon, and the same title appeared on the screen with huge letters, along with the kawaii drawings of the 6 professors, and a red start button. Amber read the first question out loud. What's your favorite color? What does that have to do with my Pokemon passion? Professor Skull, who was walking by, said, That's the question I put in. I was just curious. Amber rolled her eyes and answered red. The rest of the questions were stuff such as, what word best describes yourself? What's your favorite part of Trainers Academy? What are your hobbies? The wait for the result was painfully long, like 2 minutes. When it finally appeared, Amber looked at it wide-eyed with a mixture of awe and horror. Coordinator, she screamed. Then she noticed Marigold, who was seated to her left, had screamed the exact same thing. You too, huh? Marigold nodded. I wanted to get a Pokemon nurse like my mom. You mean like a Nurse Joy? Mm-hmm. Amber paused. Your name's not Joy, is it? Nope, Marigold answered. My mom isn't either. In fact, the number of genuine Nurse Joys is dwindling. They just make the uniforms with the name tags that say Joy and the pink wigs for nostalgia's sake, Mom says. Whatever nostalgia is. I was thinking I'd be a battler, Amber said. Because you come from a long line of league dominators? I wouldn't say a long line, Amber replied. More like a bunch of people scrunched up into 4 generations, like Ash Ketchum himself, my dad, my granddad, my 2 older sisters, Great Aunt Marlene, her 2 children. I hear Treasure's showing some talent. Who's Treasure? Marigold asked. Never mind. Bruce, who was seated to Amber's right, said, I don't know what you 2 are complaining about. I got my dream choice. He turned his monitor towards Amber and Marigold, showing the word Battler in big, bold letters on the screen. Both girls gave him an annoyed glare. As the students walked back to the classroom, they talked about their results. The nerve of them, Janelle said, saying I'm a coordinator. I know, Julia said. It said I was a battler. Why isn't Pokemon Thief a choice? 'Cause it's illegal. Well, it should still be a choice. Meanwhile, Wally was sharing his results with Flora. I just don't get it. How can I be a substitute gym leader? With the amount of teamwork going on between me and Rotz, I'll most likely be a Pokemon nothing. It's like I told you, Flora replied. There'll come a day when Rotz will finally start listening to you. Maybe then you'll realize your full potential. Thanks. Wally put his arm around Flora's shoulder. The 2 of them, along with the rest of the class, trekked back to Professor Skull's classroom. Now I feel particularly passionate about their Pokemon passions.